I don't even know when was the last time when I made a video about price speculation or price prediction, as the big influencers call it. And I was thinking that today, on this beautiful Sunday, we could do one, because eGold is still not pumping, as we would say. Bitcoin has a higher percentage of pump for the last couple of weeks than eGold, and I am thinking that it will pump. I am convinced that we will get that juicy percentage. I wouldn't dare to say X, but the juicy percentage when we can see some nice profits, those who bought at the 40 and 30 levels. Therefore, in this video, we are going to talk about the prices of Bitcoin, of Ethereum, and of eGold. And in the second part of the video, we will talk about the puzzles, or the pieces of the big puzzle, which is swap, Hatem, xSpotlight and xPortal, because I have a very strong feeling when we will get the stablecoins, the card, and how this all comes together in order to have a super app like Revolut, for example, or Revolut on steroids, as Benjamin said earlier in his interviews, like 2 years ago. So let's start. Okay, so here we are on the weekly chart of a Bitcoin. I am 100% sure that you can see that it is a falling wedge. You know, this is coming from the 70,000s, and right now we are pushing this this trend line, this resistance. We didn't push through yet. There was a small rejection. I wouldn't call it rejection just yet, but we can see that the buyers are strong. Okay, we can see that many people didn't sell as it hit these levels, these resistance levels of 20, 23, 24. I mean, we didn't get to 24 just yet, but it pushed through kind of easy through the 20 and 21s. Therefore, if I switch back to 3 days chart, for example, what I'm expecting here, or what I'm waiting for, it's a breakthrough of this line. And by the way, I drew this line before the price reached the point. I drew it somewhere here, and I said, I think in my previous video, that it still needs some time until it reaches this resistance. That was in my last video regarding Ivan on Tech. Check that out as well, it's in the description. And based on that, we said that if it breaks out and we will have a proper confirmation, and the economy continues as it is right now, and the Fed doesn't hike rates, doesn't raise the basis rates at the end of Q1, which is very important, obviously, then we might have a 60,000 price target for Bitcoin. Now let's see what happens with Ethereum, and then we will go to eGold as well. Ethereum is very convincing, if you ask me, because it is above the moving averages. I have here the 21, the 50, and the 100 simple moving average. For me, that is enough. Some people want to use the 200. I mean, depends what is your trading style or what you trust more. But as you can see, it just confirmed here on the 100 moving average, which is absolutely interesting and amazing, because we can now expect a further movement up, and usually Ethereum leads the way. However, before we get into that move, let's say, it still needs to go through this resistance and this resistance. I'm not saying here that Ethereum will move easily into the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. However, if Bitcoin goes to the 6,000s, I am expecting Ethereum easily between the 5,000 and 10,000. And I have to say, it feels very good to discuss about price targets again, which are above the previous prices. So that's a good feeling. I think I missed a lot a bull run, a bull market. We will talk about eGold now, and after that, please just don't go anywhere, because there is one thing which is very important to share with you, and we need to be aware of that. So for eGold, as you can see, it's a kind of full with the drawings and everything. You can see here the projects which were listed, so on. eGold right now sits at the 42, 43 almost. Now you can see that we have a strong resistance here at the $45. I think that is a very strong psychological resistance for most of the people. And after that, the 63, 64 for me is even stronger. That's what I think. I don't know if you remember, we spent almost 1 year or half a year in this section, this going back from 250 to 60 and then coming back again. This was like 5 or 6 months, and it was just terrible to wait it through. Therefore, I don't think that eGold will just snap through the 60 very easily. That will be also the point where it will meet, let's say, the price, the moving averages. And yeah, since the market cap is getting smaller and smaller, or now it is bigger, but obviously it is a small market cap, yeah, bigger trades will affect it, and people who are scalping can affect, I mean, hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars of trades. However, if the trend of staking, of buying, of supporting the team continues, then I am 100% sure that if, big if, but if Bitcoin goes back to the 60,000, 50 maybe, then I am gonna expect, drumroll, eGold to be at minimum 130 and 200 and something. And I know it's very pessimistic. I know it's pessimistic because you all want or you all expect eGold to go back to the 500. I don't think that in a very, very short time, only from Bitcoin's pump, eGold will shoot back to 500. I just don't think that in the short term. I am 100% sure that in a long bull market, which is coming after the halving for 1 year, so on, then eGold will hit more than $500. I am sure about that, especially with the new tools, with the xFabric, xPortal, so on. But at this moment, if we will have a big relief rally, because I still think that we are in a bear market, my opinion only, and I do hope that it's gonna be a long relief rally, because I just don't see another bull market already starting. I don't know, but if it is, then we will have a very nice price target for the end of the bull market of Bitcoin and all other alts as well. I don't see eGold going back to 500, but I do see touching the 150 to 200 if Bitcoin's price is going to keep going up. That is a very big if, very important, and yeah, we will see how it will go, how it will happen. However, if lots of ifs in the statements, this breaks, Bitcoin goes higher than 24, 25, I think the 60 is not inevitable, but also very prompt. I think we will have it in just a couple of days after Bitcoin's breakout. Okay, this was the price prediction for the uptrend. Now, one brackets here, okay, one statement or one maybe food for thought in brackets, okay? If this is just a short-term relief rally and Bitcoin will go to 25 from there, a capitulation will happen, which happened many times because bear markets also have relief rallies, then obviously we will gonna go lower. That is why it's so important that eGold climbs back to the 60, above $60, because then 40 could become the bottom. Now, regarding the markets, the macro, the macroeconomy, I don't feel this is a bull market. We still have credit card debts through the roof, real estate slowing down, almost stopping, and those are very strong signs that a market or a recession should happen. However, so many people were waiting for the recession that maybe we already surpassed it. Maybe the rate hikes were enough for this recession, or to avoid a bigger recession. I am also speculating that the CPI was manipulated because they need to print some money so they could handle the debt ceiling. And also the natural gas and US oils prices are coming down, which are obviously commodities and a very good indicators of the inflation. So we can see inflation slowing down for sure, 100%. But that doesn't mean that if the real estate collapses and brings down everything else with it, the Fed can do anything. So what I'm trying to tell you is make sure that you do take profits, okay? Don't expect all-time highs all the time. If you double your money, maybe taking back your capital is a good idea. If you have a 50% plus, maybe take that profit off the table, because you might need it this year to buy back more coins or assets. Now, this was all for part 1, and part 2 is coming tomorrow, and I will talk about how the puzzles are coming together when we think that xCard, xPortal, stablecoins, stable swaps, lending and everything will happen and how it will look like. So watch out for tomorrow's video because it is coming, it is scheduled, and yes, let's discuss about these things, and let's discuss whether Maiar or xPortal can become a super app as they promise. Thanks for watching, and yeah, hit the subscribe button if you like the content. Okay, just hit it. It doesn't bite. Take care.